before the ships, before the smoke, before the city learned its own name. There was heat, iron, heated until it glowed. Men pushed until they broke. This is not the Glasgow of postcards, not monuments, not memory. This is a city being built, strike by strike, rivet by rivet, body by body. Every spark you see is time being burned away. Every hammer blow is the future being forced into shape. The River Clyde did not reflect beauty, it reflected fire. And those who stood here did not know what Glasgow would become, only that it demanded everything. This is Glasgow. In the moment, it became unstoppable. In this video, I use modern AI tools to bring historic engravings and early photographs back to life, allowing us to move through Glasgow as it appeared in the middle of the 19th century. What you're about to see is not a city that grew slowly. It is a city that expanded through force, of industry, of labor, of demand. This is Glasgow before it became a symbol, before slogans, before decline, before memory softened its edges. This is Glasgow when the river ruled everything. By the 1840s, Glasgow was transforming at a speed few cities had ever experienced. A century earlier, it had been a modest trading town, merchants, warehouses, a river that mattered but did not yet dominate. Then came industry, coal, iron, steam, and the River Clyde became something new, not scenery, infrastructure. The Clyde was not clean, it was not beautiful, but it was deepened, straightened, engineered. And once it was, ships could be built here. Large ships, iron ships, vessels that required skills, materials and labor on an unprecedented scale. Glasgow did not simply join the Industrial Revolution, it specialized. By the mid-19th century, the banks of the Clyde were lined with shipyards, each one vast, each one loud, each one burning fuel day and night. Iron plates were hammered into shape, rivets were driven red hot, frames arose from the riverbanks like the skeletons of future empires. This was heavy industry, not hidden, not quiet, impossible to ignore. The sound carried for miles, metal on metal, steam escaping valves, hammers striking iron in steady, exhausting rhythms. Unlike cities built around workshops, Glasgow concentrated labor, thousands of men working in close proximity. Each task specialized, each mistake costly. The scale was overwhelming. Shipbuilding demanded precision, but it also demanded endurance. Shifts were long, weather was irrelevant. Men worked in rain, in cold, in smoke. Iron plates were heavy. Crane failures were fatal. Falls were common. Crushing injuries frequent. There was no safety culture, only production. But ships were not the only thing forged here. Glasgow became a center for ironworks, engine manufacturing, locomotive construction. Furnaces burned constantly. The glow of fire lit entire districts at night. Smoke drifted low and settled into everything. Walls, skin, lungs. This growth drew people in faster than the city could contain them. Rural Scots, Irish migrants, families fleeing famine, poverty, land clearances. They arrived seeking work. They found it, but at a cost. Housing followed urgency, not design. Tenements were built quickly, tall, dense, cramped. Entire families lived in single rooms. Sometimes multiple families shared one space. Ventilation was poor, light was limited, privacy did not exist. Courtyards held water pumps and shared privies. Waste accumulated. Drainage was inadequate. Disease spread easily, cholera, typhus, tuberculosis. Outbreaks were frequent. Deaths were expected. Infant mortality was high. In some districts, nearly half of children did not survive early childhood. Life expectancy in the poorest areas fell below 30. These numbers were recorded. They were known. And for decades, they were tolerated. Work defined daily life. Men left before dawn, returned after dark. Children worked too, some in factories, some as messengers, helpers, labourers. Schooling was secondary. Income mattered more. Survival mattered most. Women's labour was everywhere but rarely acknowledged. Laundry, textiles, domestic service. Many took in boarders to supplement income. Rooms became crowded. Noise never stopped. The city was always awake. Unlike Birmingham's dispersed trades or Sheffield's workshop networks, Glasgow concentrated power. Industry clustered along the river. Housing pressed tightly around it. The city formed layers, work below, living above, smoke passing through both. Railways intensified this structure. Lines cut through neighbourhoods, connected ironworks to coalfields, linked shipyards to inland factories and distant ports. Raw materials flowed in, finished goods flowed out. Glasgow consumed little of what it produced. Its purpose was export. Ships built here travelled the world. They carried coal, steel, machinery, weapons. They connected Britain to global trade networks. Glasgow's labour moved silently across oceans. The workers did not follow. Wealth accumulated, but unevenly. Industrialists lived far from the river, on higher ground, in cleaner air. They invested in institutions, universities, libraries, public buildings. The city displayed progress, but only in select places. Observers noticed the contrast. Visitors wrote of grandeur and misery existing side by side. Reformers documented conditions. Physicians recorded disease. Government inquiries gathered testimony. Again, the evidence was clear. And again, change came slowly. To stand on the Clyde in the 1850s was to witness momentum. Ships under construction in every direction. Smoke drifting across the water. Workers moving with purpose, routine, fatigue. This was not ambition, it was inertia. The system had begun to carry itself forward. Glasgow did not invent industrialization, but it perfected scale. It showed how cities could be reshaped entirely around output, how labor could be organized en masse, how living conditions could be subordinated to production demands. Other cities watched. They copied. The shipyard, the tenement, the rail connection. The model spread. So did its problems. By the late 19th century, Glasgow would grow even larger, more powerful, more crowded. But in the mid-century, the city stood at a critical point. The system was established. The consequences were visible. But the momentum had not yet slowed. This is Glasgow in the middle of the 19th century, a city built by the river, shaped by fire and iron, powered by human endurance. The modern world did not arrive gently here. It arrived through smoke, through noise, through labour that never truly rested. The Clyde flowed on. Ships departed. New ones took shape. The work continued. And the city carried forward, not because it chose to, but because stopping was no longer possible. If there's another city, another moment, or another place in history you'd like to see brought back to life, let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching.